Howdy, Howlers! It's Sako Toomey, also known as Cass Voigt, and today we're doing the AuthorTube virtual retreats. I am speaking on branding and marketing for authors today, and I have a special guest, Sage Gordon Davis. She will be my case study. So we are going to build her brand as we're going, and hopefully it will also give you ideas on how to brand yourself. Let's see. Please excuse the technical difficulties. I'm a little scattered this morning. I'm going to take a sip of coffee and then we're going to get rolling. All right. Let's launch this presentation. Present. I want to escape full screen. Oh, I can't do that. Can I Alt Tab? I think I can. Oh. All right. Please pardon more technical difficulties. Jeez Louise. The window that you guys are in disappeared.
Oops.
Oh, it looks like the 8 a.m. sprints also went tits up.
Yep.
Okay. Let's share our screen. Chrome tab. Brandon Workshop. Oh my God, I have so many windows open, it's nuts. Hopefully it will actually share the presentation. That is my goal. Oh, thank you, Brittany. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your workshops. Present. Yeah, all right. Oh, it's not showing my photography for some reason, so that's weird. Okay.
Oops.
That might be a problem. Not showing my photography. All right. Welcome to Branding and Marketing for Authors. I am Sako Toomey. Most of this can be applied to just about anybody, but I'm going to fine tune this specifically for authors. There we go. Oh, none of my things are working. That sucks. All right. I am Cass Voigt. I am a self-published author based out of Northern Virginia. I am also a photographer, illustrator, belly dancer, flow artist. I have been working on my craft, on honing my craft for 11 years, and I actually release my debut novel next week. I have a bachelor's in graphic design, and I'll be releasing my book through White Wolf's fan label, Dark Pack. Also, if you ever want to find me anywhere, I'm on all these things, either as Sako Toomey or as Psycho Sako. Pretty easy to find. So there are 5 elements to a brand. One can probably be, 2 of them can probably be lumped together, but I wanted to do them separately to show the difference between them. So first, we want to come up with, I would come up with the imagery first. So what kind of aesthetic are you going for? What kind of textures, colors, materials? What kind of people would you be using as models or as characters? What kind of places that you're going to be writing about? What kind of places do you associate with your brand? And then once you have a pretty good idea of that, you can start coming up with your voice. How will you be presented to the world? Who is the target audience and how should you talk to them? How do you want to be perceived is more so the point that I'm getting to. Then let's go to the brand story. So introduce your brand to the world. A simple summary will give people insight into the heart and soul of your company, which will help them understand how to represent your brand and how to interact with it. Then we get into the actual logo and typography. So what fonts and typefaces are involved? I'll go deeper into these things here pretty soon. And I recommend a max of 3. Header, title, header, and body copy. And then, brain is scattered, pardon me. And then you come up with your logo. Now, there is a difference between a logo type and a logo. A logo type usually involves the statement of identity. It usually is your actual name typed out or written out. That is your logo type. If you notice in the corner of my screen, I have a white book with a snake with a quill pen as its head. That is my logo. So it is the face of your brand. And if you could sum up your company in one black image, what would it be? All right, let's get into the brand story. Now, you don't have to we're not going to take the time to do these as exercises, but maybe it would be helpful if, say, I had included this presentation as a PDF in the description. So if you want to go through these things and do them all, then you don't have to be keeping notes right now. You don't have to be struggling to keep up with us. The PDF is in the description. All right. So the ever loathed author bio for people who don't know where to start and people who really hate talking about themselves, both in a professional setting and also in an author setting, because you gotta sing your praises a little bit, right? So what we're gonna do is let's target the author bio first. Mm-hmm. So who are you as a writer? You can start with an opening byline. So state the theme of your work. For instance, I'm a horror writer, right? Mention your credentials. I've been honing my craft for 11 years. I've got 300 subscribers on AuthorTube, stuff like that. And then include a personal touch. My personal touch was I like to, at the end of the day, curl up with my husband and a horror book and some kind of like stupid comedy on TV. And that's it. That's all it has to be. Like, I recommend telling the truth. Like, in my artist bio, I like to talk about how I am an octopus and a robot. But that is a different category of bio entirely. Oh. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you for that. I haven't even looked at the comments. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so glad you're here. Jeez. Okay, no big deal if I end early. All right, great. I don't know if I will end early since we had technical difficulties coming in, but hopefully we will wrap up in a timely fashion. Okay, go do it. The truth, yes. Don't be making up fiction. Yep. The fiction is a separate thing.
There is a time and a place for a fiction bio.
There is a time and a place for a fiction bio. This is probably not it.
Well, we'll discuss that in a bit.
Okay. So basically that I will forgo sleep for work, and I also have my thumb in a lot of pies. So that is what that means. Okay, now that is this one. Yeah, this one. Okay, next would be your business bio, which is a little trickier, right? So what is your current status as a writer? What is it that you do? What is it that you offer people? So identify your professional philosophy regarding writing and regarding authordom, and what are your, again, you would talk about your credentials. So for instance, I graduated with my bachelor's of fine arts in graphic design in 2006, right? And I've been freelance ever since. And then lastly, the book blurbs, which is tricky, right? So we want to, this thing is in the way and I don't like it. Start with a hook. And the idea is, can you write it in a tweet? So 150 characters, keep it brief. And what is it in your book that people will like? Savvy said something really clear yesterday, that do not tell people how they should feel when they read your book. Like, this will make you cry. This will make you excited. No, don't do that. This is an exciting tale. This is a tearjerker. You know, just don't tell your client how they're, or your reader, excuse me, how they should feel when they read your work. All right. But yes, hello, we are these people. This is what we do. This is our mission, our vision, and our values. Right? So this is your lion's share of your brand story. But these things are going to be necessary as your career goes on.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the author bio. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Now for your voice. So, for instance, this is brand. Here's what we make and do. This is our mission, our vision, our values, right? But we want to describe the business's personality. For Sage, we definitely have the internet parent sort of thing going on. We have the, let's see here. How would you describe your voice, Sage? How you put yourself out into the world?
I'm very I'm very nurturing in a not at all maternal kind of way. People like to joke that I'm the mom friend, but I'm the one, if we go out and you're having a fun time, I'm going to take your keys away and make sure you're not driving.
Yeah, I got you. Den mother. Yeah.
And
Excellent.
I'm like just all about justice and equality and just be good people. Like, grow up, be good people. That's my brand.
Nice. So eventually what we'll be going into is what are you and what are you not, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, you are...
Sorry.
You're Eva. Right there. Yeah.
Eva.
You are quietly loud, yes.
Yeah. I'm a volcano.
Dormant and waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Now for the fun part. I love this part. This is usually where we go down the rabbit hole, and you should. This is a great rabbit hole to go down. So I recommend using Pinterest. Figure out what your color schemes are. I recommend solid, metal, and black or white. Textures, for instance, Cass Voigt has like black snakes and galaxy things, and that age-worn look on a Pulp Fiction novel. Who are your target audience? My target audience would be those who read World of Darkness fiction, which is technically a role player. They probably are in their 30s to 40s. They probably buy all of their own materials. And they probably remember the old systems, not this like 5th edition stuff that they've been putting out. Next, your aesthetic. What kind of photography would be involved? Now, I want to show off Where's my Pinterest board? Goddamn. All right. I want to show off the Pinterest board that Sage and I put together. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to remove this and I'm going to add. I want to show a different thing. Stop screen. Add a Chrome tab. Hi, Ginny. So good to see you. And Canva helps with the color, with the coordination of the colors a little bit. And it helps with fonts. It helps with just overall flow. And we'll get into that. We'll get into using Canva for your identity, nailing down what your identity is going to look like here pretty shortly. All right. Let me be sure that this is showing properly. It is. Okay, great. So the purple poppies, which are it's a very specific flower. It talks about a very specific area of the world. It's a very, very unique, and yet it's very distinct for a specific location, right? And then we got some vampire stuff going on, which is great. We've got some magic-y stuff. We've got some punk stuff. Very, very 90s action going on here, which is great. Also puppies. Also scenery.
Because puppies.
So we're starting to get into texture as well, right? What kind of textures we want? Mood. Big mood right here. Tarot. We got like a pastel goth thing starting to eat through, which is a great evolution with the purple poppies, right? Bah.
My beep sheep.
Yay, beep sheep. Oh, look how cute. Oh my gosh. I love it. They're so wonderful. Attire. Also what the target audience would probably wear. Probably.
Yeah. That's fair.
And then this pastel green. Definite aesthetic thing going on for sure. There's that purple again. So I would love to show. I'm actually trying to figure out when exactly we do that. I think we do that now. I think that is a thing that we do. There she is. Can I present? Pay and present? No. All right, fine. I'm just going to show you the screen. It's going to be fine. Stop that guy. Share yet again. So sorry, guys. Jeez.
It's okay.
Sage's ID. Stuck it in the 90s, right?
Yep.
All right. So, one, we decided on fonts. Like, title fonts would be this, like, typewriter sort of situation.
Hmm.
We ended up doing 3 different fonts.
We did. And we ended up going with the fonts that I'm already using.
Right, exactly. Which still provide the mood that we want to accomplish, and they're more accessible for you to use, and I think they're cleaner.
Yeah, I agree.
So we started going into what kind of combinations. So we went a light, a dark, and a mid-tone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we started going into this eggplant sort of purple. And then we'll have the pale green, and then we have like this silver sort of color. So we have our light, our dark, and our mid-tone. Normally, I will write the fonts as the example. These are not relevant.
What we ended up with.
They're not what we ended up with. Then we started to do like mood things that worked with the color scheme. So yay animals, for one, and natural settings. Yeah, I would have to pay for this image, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it sets the mood perfectly. It's just a little gritty because bugs have been eating the leaves a little bit, but the Japanese maple, which has elements of that that purple poppy / eggplant sort of aesthetic. Also, yay coffee. Also, just a little mystic.
Mm-hmm.
And then we nailed down the colors and the fonts. We started dabbling with a new name, with a statement of identity.
Mm-hmm.
More aesthetic things. Obviously, these are not logo things that we ended up rolling with. We were just messing around with colors. This was inspiration, like our basic sketch,
Mm-hmm.
and we really ran with it, which is our next thing.
Yep.
But first, we're gonna go back. To the presentation and continue. I know, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Sage the plant and lavender. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Those would totally be in brand. All right. We're going to share our screen again. Branding workshop. All right. So we've been talking about our colors, our textures, our aesthetic, our mood, and maybe a little on the target audience.
Mm-hmm.
So who is Sage's target audience? If you had to think of your ideal reader, your ideal recipient of your brand, what kind of person would you want to buying your stuff?
Well, my target audience is me. So
That helps, but if you could put it into terms.
Someone who is young at heart, caring, wants to make a difference, is nostalgic for the 90s and even the late 80s. A little bit soft and cozy and comfy, but also a little bit grungy and punky.
Mm-hmm. Like a tarnished gold.
Yeah, kind of.
Right. Identifying target audience is so the hardest part. Not necessarily. That's another thing that you can do with Pinterest is, especially fashion models and stuff like that, is what kind of aesthetic are they interested in? What kind of hobbies do they have? What gender do they have or lack? It makes a difference. And then I could get into like pink tax and wacky shit like that. And let's not do that.
Let's not.
Let's not and say we did. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Next is the typography. So here's the thing. Bold, italics, underline, whatever you're doing to your font, they count as one of your separate fonts. So you want your title, you want your header, you want your body copy, and usually I do the header and the pull quote as the same font, but that might not necessarily be what you do. So I strongly recommend having a separate font for all of these things, and bold and italics totally count. All right, now for our logo. All right, so this is, I've talked about this in past videos, but I know we have some new people in the audience. So one, it helps to have a statement of identity with your logo type. For instance, with Moon Bunny, we have the poet and writer and doodler and dabbler. So that is our statement of identity. When coming up with your image as an author, please don't use a quill. You want to stand out from the ocean of quills and books that are out there. It is very cliche to use a quill and very cliche to use a book. And then get into what it means to you. How does this image sum up who it is that you are and why it is that you do? Why you do what it is you do. English, I know it. Oh my God. And then we started getting into like brand standards. So how do we use our logo? Which means it should be in these colors only. It should never be skewed. It should never be warped in a weird way. It should never change colors or be flipped or all of that. It's so much easier to do the how not to use our logo. All right, now for the marketing. So now that we have our brand, right? Now we need materials, right? So what used to happen in days of yore, what came with a identity kit, a corporate identity kit, would be a letterhead, an envelope, and a business card. Now, for us as authors, especially authors who are working predominantly online because of, the Rona, we don't need physical stuff, right?
Mhm.
So what we want to do is come up with social media images that have our textures on them, as well as our logo, as well as any like brand statement that we want. We start getting into photography, so pictures of our books or pictures of us as people, which becomes its own beast. I actually intend on doing a video on taking your own selfie for use on your website and press kits and stuff like that. Speaking of press kits, we're going to go into how to make a press kit today. It's going to be super fun. And, well, time permitting, of course. And merchandise, if I think about it, we'll actually go into Sage's Redbubble site and see how it fits into the brand. And when I say collateral, I kind of mean merchandise, but it's also like giveaways and miscellaneous stuff with your logo on it. It's just easier to put it that way. Now, let's take a moment to pause here, and I'm going to tell you the secret word for this session. So throughout the retreat, collect as many secret words as you can. There will be one in each session. We suggest that you write them down. At the end of the day, fill out the feedback form linked in the description and enter the secret words. Each word is an entry for a draw to win one of 4 $15 Amazon gift cards. The more secret words you collect, the better your chances of winning. The feedback form will close at the end of September, and winners will be announced at the beginning of October. So if you haven't figured it out, the secret word is Hope's Chest. I'm kind of self-plugging here for a second. Hope's Chest is my debut novel that is coming out a week from today. It's a little cyberpunk story with one of my reviews called it a cyberpunk meets Matrix meets witchy things. Super great. Oh, that's the end of my thing. Okay, great. Stop streaming this. Yes. All right. So now I'm going to share my process for making Sage's logo. The letters look like Dutch for that at the moment. Gotcha. Sketch of Hope. All right. Thank you, Colin. Thanks for hanging out while you did. All right. Procreate, please. Oh, it's already open. That's excellent. Hooray. All right. I have a program that will help us do these things. That thing. All right. And then I'm going to share this thing, application window, Rockbiter. All right. So I started off with our, oh, it's hidden. Started off with our inspiration, our sketch, right? And then I went online and I figured out what not to do. So what we're working with is a parent company called Moon Bunny Creative, right? Which is like a production publishing company, like a content maker, right? And then there will be pen names beneath that that will make different kinds of content. Hi, Tanya. So nice to see you. I kind of doodled around a little bit and decided let's start working with a full moon rather than a crescent. So I was like, because the crescent thing kind of not working out for me. So I took this guy and kind of made him a little more detailed, and this action are just elements, just like things that I can do to the logo. So it's not always going to be that way, but it can be and still be on brand. Next, I had a couple more sketches, but this is the final. Oh, stop doing that. This is the final thing, right? I blow it up, kind of clean it up. There we go. So I vectorize it. I figure out what colors we're actually working with. Because I'm using Procreate, it will give me the hex numbers as well. Also, Photoshop will do the same, give me the hex numbers for these. Just because it has a wonky, if there are letters in your hex code, that means it is not web safe. It means on screen, it's going to look different to everybody. So we want to stay within web safe colors. We want to stay within print safe colors. You can be both. Purples are hard, but it can be done. So choosing colors is tricky because you want, am I on the right? I'm not on the right thing. All right. You want to make sure that it is web safe. So it's a hex code and a CMYK number, which is print ready colors. So the gray that's in the background is kind of our midtone that we're working with. What are you doing? What? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. All right. So, excuse me. We decided that instead of photography, stop doing that. Instead of photography, we were going to start going into portraits. So I did these cute little doodles. We decided the 3 pen... Sorry about that. The 3 pen names. We have one that's going to be doing romances, sweet romances. cereal. We're going to do one that's kind of like dark, gritty, contemporary fantasy.
Mhm.
And then we've got our favorite sage that we've all come to know and love, our poetry and contemporary fiction for Sage Gordon Davis. So we got Sutton Grail, we got Kay Bellingham, and we've got Sage Gordon Davis, and we've got portraits to act as headers or to act as like user pictures for each of those. And then we started mapping out what exactly we're going to need for marketing stuff. So, and what the hub site is going to encompass. So, my dears, I'm preparing and panicking about my thing. I'll watch the replay. It is okay. For those who are unfamiliar, Doll will be doing their bioluminescence workshop right after this. Stop. All right, so we need to make that website. Within the website, this is the stuff that we're going to be needing. This, I am queen of screwing up. All right, this thing, we know what is going to be on each of these things. And also what our theme song is going to be. So the theme song would be used. There are 3 places, obviously, at the beginning, in your opening video, in your opening credits. Any kind of B-roll that you don't feel the need to talk over, and in your end credits, in your end screen as well. Because we know that some of the... Why are you so dark? What is going on here? Jeez. All right. We are... So finally, we've nailed down what fonts are okay. We've nailed down what exactly she was expecting of me. Stop sharing. So we have started doing cool things with Sage's logo and logo type. So what we're going to do is make a press kit. Sorry. What is it, Pabu? Pabu. What the heck? All right. So I'm going to pop up Canva. He's naked. Meow. 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 Meow.
Sorry, I was meowing at my dog because she came to invest the kitty sounds. Investigate.
Oh, such puppers. He's like, meow.
What meow?
What meow? Yeah. Creative design.
She spent a good 2 months in recovery after she broke her leg in a rescue situation with a house full of cats.
Oh, no!
So she hears cats and she's like, what? Where? My friends?
Oh, kittens. All right. So we are going to start from scratch. And we're going to spend the next hour making a a media kit. Now, a media kit is kind of like, that's the thing that you give bloggers and you give companies that would like to sponsor you, or the idea is that you, in one little package, you tell people what it is that you do, why you do it, and how you, well, sometimes you can go into process, but we're not going to do that today. You would go into process for a developmental artist sort of job, but as authors, we don't need to show outlines or, anything, sketches or anything like that. All right. Creative design. I recommend making a PDF that people can download, and then making like a blog post that has all of the elements that they would need, which I haven't done yet. Let's make a presentation. All right. So we're not going to mess around with that. We're going to make something from scratch. Oh my God, look at this pup. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I got distracted by the ghost pup. That is super, super touching to me. We need, when was the last time I did this? Jeez. Okay. Let's do, oh, it's got all of my normal stuff in here. Let's see here. Did I write down the hex colors?
If you didn't, I did.
Okay, can you tell them to me so I'm not like...
Okay, so do you need them now?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, the purple is 333366.
There we go, and we're gonna add that.
Yeah, we're stuck on your Canva screen.
Stuck?
Yeah, we just see Canva, all your designs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Remove. Thank you for telling me that. Let's share the screen. Let's share the right screen. Thank you for telling me that. All right. Do you see an eggplant field?
We see an eggplant field now.
Okay,
yes.
Great. All right. I'm so sorry. Jeez. All right, and then, oh no.
Oh dear.
There we go. Thankfully, Control Z actually works in Canva. Thank goodness for that. All right, new color. We want our green.
Green is 99CC99.
Oh no, it didn't add them. Add another palette. Oh, I can't add another palette. All right, so what? It's like, no, you're actually doing things. All right. So we're going to make some shapes and then make those the actual colors so that I can always pull the colors.
Mm-hmm.
We need this to be eggplant.
Three, three.
333366. So now the document colors are actually like, yes, we're doing a thing. So what we're going to do is make a shape. Really? So we can do this background should be white. Oh no, I have to make another shape. I have to make another shape. And make this our green. And then change our background to either white or that silver color. So in this case, our green would be our mid color. So if we convert this to black and white, we can see the values of each color. That's the goal. Excuse me. I'm going to make a new page and get rid of this. And then we want just a little bit of grit, right? Let's make this a little harsh. Maybe we want it coming out. All right, and then we want some text. We want to add a heading. We got the fonts. Luthier. Typo. Let's do typo. Sorry, we couldn't find anything for typo. All right. Weird. All right. It wants to do themes. So I've noticed with your thumbs and stuff lately that you have started running with kind of this neon cyberpunk glow sort of situation. So maybe we'll go with that. Moon Bunny Creator. Obviously, we're going to knock this down quite a bit. All right, baby, not that big.
Moon Bunny is one word.
Thank you. There we go. Obviously, we're going to want to use one of the fonts that we have selected. Now, the thing is Canva, Canva may not use the things. So we're going to have to make do with what is closest to what we were looking at. We're going to do the statement of identity as well. Poet. Doodler or writer. Doodler. And where? No, stop it, Sako. Let's knock this down a little. Or do we want that silver, or do we want it white? Nope. I have all my wits about me. I do, I swear. All right. And then we're going to do a thing. Whoa. No. Come on, Mac. Go back. Let's do make a copy of this. By the way, if you didn't know, you can hold your Option button or your Alt button and click and drag, and it will make a copy of whatever it is that you've selected. So if just as a quick little tip regarding creative stuff. Oh, I wish I had another cup of coffee. Oh my God. This is going to be our no, I don't think I'm going to do this. We are going to do, oh, no. Group these things, please. Usually it would tell me where the middle is, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Now we want to put like a date on it. Let's make a circle, like a boom. And then this is going to be 2020. And we're going to make it not that. I don't like how chewy it is. Jeez.
Yeah.
Thanks, Canva. If you have a pro account with Canva, then you can upload your own fonts. But we're not doing that.
Nope.
Maybe it shouldn't glow. Yeah. We're doing the things. All right.
We are making choices.
We are making choices. So what do we want our background color to be? Do we want it to be this silver, or do we want it to be different colors? This is going to be our author bio, our business bio, our mission statement.
I think we go with the silver
background.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I grouped these. Okay. Who am I? What's going on here? I don't know if you're seeing this. Probably not.
I don't think so.
Okay, great. Don't look at these. Don't look at the man behind the curtain.
Okay.
So what we want to do is have our website on here. Can I? No? It's got to be this size?
Apparently.
All right. You have your domain?
I do.
Is it moonbunny.com?
It is moonbunnycreative.com.
Moonbunny. Oh, really? Are you? Canva is having a stroke. All right, Moonbunny Creative 2020. All right. And we're going to narrow this down just a little bit more. And we've got our statement of our, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like a motto, statement of identity. So I'm just gonna copy this stuff and bring it over. Can I do that? Is that a thing I can do? Nope, it is not a thing I can do. That is fine. That's fine. We'll do everything from scratch. It's fine. All right, so Moonbunny Creative. Normally you would put your, if you are a author, you would put your pen name in this spot. Ungroup these things. Ungroup. Ungroup these things. So who is we want a business bio.
Which I have not yet written.
That is fine. we'll just put in some lorem ipsum just to hold the place and see what it's going to look like in the long run. Let's see if Luthier or Welcome want things.
Excuse you, boy dog.
We went to business bio. Get about a text.
Yeah, it's definitely not there.
Okay. Is there a font within? Is it a serif font? A sans serif font?
Welcome 2019 is a brush font.
Oh, that's like our. This would be our brush font.
Yes.
All right. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all.
That'll work as a placeholder.
Okay. Again, if you had a pro account, or you're doing this in PowerPoint, or you're doing this in Photoshop, or you're doing this in InDesign, what we're doing right now, I would normally do in InDesign. InDesign would be used for multi-page documents. Illustrator would be used for like one-page things.
And alternatives are available.
Alternatives are available.
Because I don't have money for Adobe, so I use Affinity.
I need one paragraph. We don't need to start with Lipsum. Generate, please. For those of you who are unaware, there is a site called lipsum.com. What it does is it generates lorem ipsum so that you can flow body copy and see how it would look if you had the content. This is still too big. That is too small. That is just right. All right.
All right, Goldilocks.
We also want some contact information. Clicking the right things, I swear. Let's do our mission statement. Why are you always in the center? Why are you always doing that? Let's do a little bit more of that Lipsum. That looks a little different. Oh, morale. I know.
Is that Pabu again?
It is Pabu again. We're gonna do that. And then we're gonna oh, I wanted to go bigger. I'm smart. What are your social media? Do you have social media for Moon Buddy yet?
I don't.
Okay. So then we're not going to have the contact information, but normally you would have like a phone number, an email, any social media that you're a member of, just ways that you can be contacted.
Mhm.
Do you have any of those ready?
I have an email address.
All right. moonbunnycreative.com.
Yep, sage at moonbunnycreative.com.
All right. Oh, I was holding the wrong button. A little extra space. Okay. We're running out of time. Then we're going to talk about the 3 different pen names.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, 2, 3. We're going to do one regarding Kay Bellingham. God damn. There we go. Do it again. Why are we doing this? Sweet romance. Make this smaller. Okay, maybe not that small. There we go. Do you have blurbs regarding your...
I have a bio for her.
Excellent. We'll do this. And then over here we'll have like a portrait, which I might have uploaded. I did not. Okay. That's fine. Can I do all of these things? I can! Hooray!
Woohoo!
I think she should be over here, and this should be over here. So, as a visual hierarchy sort of situation, because she is facing a certain direction, we want her to face where we're going to be looking. So she should be looking where we're looking. So her bio would go in here. Any links that you would have, like the publishing site that she's on, would go here. Placeholder. All right. We're going to make a copy of this. We're going to do Sage. Hyphenated? Or is it
hyphenated? Yes.
Okay. Contemporary. Let's see. Poetry and contemporary. Really? Really? You're going to do that to me? Temporary. And then let's put in Sage. There would be a bio. There would be a website. A link. We have planned on her website that we have like more content per pen name. There we go. And then let's do Sudden Grail. Dark fantasy?
Yeah, put it as dark fantasy for now.
Yeah.
It's close enough. What's it, Mishko? That was weird. You cut my head off.
For the fuck? All right. Then, if there were books to go off of, let's say we have a poetry book. Dun, 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 dun. We want to talk about the book. Silk flowers.
Just flower.
Flower. Goodbye.
Yeah.
We would give a blurb about the book, and we would have a picture of the cover. Do I have a cover in here? Self-plug. And then you would have a link to where they can buy it. Or there would be more information. We want this to look like it is a subset, right?
Yes.
And we don't technically have content for K or for Sutton yet, do we?
No.
Okay, no problem. So that, yep. This is technically all you need out of a press kit. If you have a series, so there are 3 kinds, right? You would have, and you can always pull certain pages and throw them out to people. If you have you would have your own personal action. You would have any standalones, and you would have any series that you know. So you would do a press kit page for your series. So there we have it. We can we look at the beginning? Yeah, there we go. All right, so we basically have placeholders. Oh, didn't realize that was moved. We want it to be consistent, of course. Oh, thank you, Canva. I'm not being facetious. I'm actually like, thank you for those things that you are doing. All right. Now, when you go to download it, it automatically wants you to do it as a PDF. If you're doing a presentation, question mark, you can choose to export any page that you want. I'm going to export the whole thing. And we will make this a downloadable link on her website. Boop. All right. Now, and that is a press kit. Hooray.
Woohoo!
Let's see what we got in the comments. Oh my gosh. It doesn't want to show me. It doesn't want to show me the comments.
Oh dear.
Okay, there we go. If anyone has questions. Oh, okay. No problem. If anybody has questions, now would be the time to ask them. Good morning, Adega. And LR, so glad you could make it. Hooray. It's looking very 90s in the best kind of way. Yes. So we'll probably end up adding textures or other pictures to that media kit just to kind of like spruce it up a little bit. But you have a basic framework.
Yep.
Okay.
That's when we couldn't see your screen.
Yeah. All right. So to recap. Oh my God, Sako. I know. I'm sharing all the screen tabs. I wish you could share more than one screen and then flick back and forth. That would be nice.
Yeah, I logged into my StreamYard account yesterday from two different computers. So I was controlling the stream from both computers.
Gotcha.
And that's how I flipped back and forth.
So to review, our elements involve the brand story, which is, our who we are, what we do, what we can offer people, that sort of thing. We've got our imagery, which was our mood boards on Pinterest. We've got our voice, which is how we present ourselves to the populace. Then we've got the typography. How are we going to treat type when it comes to stuff? And our logo. If you could sum up your entire company up into one little black thing. Now, I could go into how to actually do a logo, but that's a beast of a whole different color. Oh, I'm so glad. So glad. If there are no questions, which it seems like there aren't, stop sharing. There we go. I'll go ahead and end this early since people are eager to get the ball rolling. I'll wait for, I know StreamYard is kind of heavy on the repost. It's like, we're going to hold on to your comments and then dump. Yeah, absolutely. So how do you feel about re-releasing, or not re-releasing, but releasing a new brand?
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
But this was just the tip of the iceberg. Now we got to go and do all the actual work.
Yeah. We're going to have a busy day.
Yeah.
Watch the first half. Also, I have a download for today's presentation in the description. It's a Google Doc. Rather, it's a PDF that is uploaded to Google Drive. Excuse me. So I recommend making a copy. We're lagging so much. Any strategies for coming up with brand identity? Absolutely. There are brain dumps that you can do, where you basically think of words that would also be associated with your brand. You can do webs. I could probably do a web of Sage's stuff. We just didn't feel like it was necessary. We can do Pinterest boards. Really help with coming up with brand identity. Canva with its preview goofiness. Template goofiness. Yeah. And I think we have another 10 minutes. I think we're going to end early. Thank you so much, all of you who joined us. Sage and I have a lot to do when it comes to implementing her new brand, excuse me. And we will catch you guys, let's see, at noon Eastern. I will be partaking in the author platform panel during the lunch hour. So please to be tuning into that. And also right after this would be Dal Ciceruno, Finding Your Bioluminescence.
Mm-hmm. And right after that is RP Winters, and I will be guesting with RP.
Yes. Thank you so much for your time. Jeez Louise. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.